Okay.
All right. Any percent PBs, it's only part of having to be a good bingo player. Just being able to be a good player is part of it. Just you have to be good at routing. You have to know all your blue coins, all your blue birds, butterflies, 100 coin shines, hidden shines, everything. There's just being a good player does not have anything to do with being a top bingo player.
And most importantly, you have to react and adapt. Adapt, improvise, overcome. And this is what Spike Vegeta says is the only form of speedrunning where you can play defense. You have to directly react to what your opponent is doing because you are playing on the same board. And speaking of which, let's just get right into it. Bring it over to the runners, and we will get this bingo started.
Let's see if I can do this. If you guys want to watch the VOD, this is the VOD.
All right. So I like to remind the crowd and the audience, it is very, very important that the runners do not hear me or see each other. We have a board separating the two. They cannot see each other. And just as a
I got an awesome subscribe.
Get out of here. Not you, resub. No, Daniel, come back. I didn't mean it like that.
If you can hear me, raise your hand.
I fucking love Mange of Panga.
It said
if you can hear me, raise your hand.
Daniel, thanks so much for the resub.
Like
you made him say the F word. Welcome back. Appreciate it. It's good to see you.
All right, do we have a visual aid for the runners to start?
Okay, so
yes.
I'm gonna talk over the commentators, so I'm gonna start to hear them.
2, 1, go!
That's not one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AGDQ 2019 Super Mario Sunshine Lockout Bingo, where it was me versus Sniper King. Basically, you see these squares up here on the top of the screen.
Column or diagonal of 5 goals, and you just got to do those 5 goals. Lockout bingo is
over
a
here.
little different. We're gonna have this whole entire
so first person to get 13 of those wins, and you can't get the same one.
So if Sniper King wants to get 5 times from Joel, or from
I don't know if you can read those, read that text, but I wish they made it a little bigger.
What makes this very competitive is
that drunk thing.
Whoever gets those 5 shines from Gelato Beach first, it's their
after starting the game, before I say anything, I could not hear a single thing. Me and Sniper, we literally could not hear anything. We didn't hear the commentators. We didn't hear the audience like cheering. Only like you can faintly hear it when they were clapping really loudly. But other than that, it was just complete silence. We couldn't hear donations. I know my mom and dad donated, but I couldn't hear it. BK with the 23 months. Holy crap, man.
From 5 levels.
BK, thanks so much for the 23 months, and welcome back. It was great to see you at AGDQ. I'm glad we had Foe.
Hell yeah, now we got business.
Mick Coon, thank you so much for the 2 months, and welcome back. Appreciate it. Okay, so coming out of Airship, we're looking at the board trying to see what was going on, and my first thought was, what am I doing? Actually, no, you want to know my first thought is in this bingo? My first thought is, what the hell is Rico 6 with pink blooper? Because I have never seen that card in my life. So I kind of based my route off of not having to do that, which is another reason I went to Bianco first instead of Rico. So generally, I like Rico. It opens up a lot. But I chose Bianco over Rico because there was 2 shines from 5 levels. There was the 2 hiddens from Bianco. There's also red coin shines, and that's better than Rico. And I had a feeling Sniper was either gonna go to Rico or rush for Pinna.
That was the one we were not sure about. All right.
And Pinna Rush is very strong. And what Pinna Rush means is you just basically try to get as many shines as you can, as fast as you can. Which is why you do Delfino shines, because those are the fastest. And there's 9 shines from Delfino, and that's a square. I didn't want to do that one, because, again, I thought Sniper was going to go for it, so that's why I just went to Bianco, because Sniper is Bianco.
6 and 7, red coin shines, obviously.
Summer, get your clout out of here. Hey, what's up, Kaz? Nice to meet you, too.
2 shines from 5 levels.
Hi, Ellie. Where's 3 if you need you. Hey, thanks for the 100 bits.
Hi, Panga Panga Party.
was also handmade by Tones Balloons because Tones Balloons.
Also, let me know if the audio is too quiet because I can raise it if need be. Emote lag. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, watching the stream while streaming is probably killing the stream.
But Gelato Beach Skip, it lets us do a lot of interesting stuff in Gelato. So the way that he routed out this card,
a little
was to make
background
not so,
that
heavy and so,
no one talked about was
obvious, I guess.
beforehand. Me and Sniper, we wanted to try to make it as close as possible. So not necessarily throwing, but doing like riskier things. And by riskier things, I mean things like Shine Gate Clip, which we both did actually.
About time I gave you some money.
Northwest Kennel, thanks so much for 1,000 bits, appreciate it. It's a Prismic. So we want to do riskier things. We wanted to showcase as much as we could things that you only see in Bingo and not in any other speedruns. So very Bingo specific clips, which Sniper did a lot of clips. I chose to do other things that weren't clips, like the hoverless things and Gelato stuff, because you don't really see Gelato stuff in any runs because Gelato sucks. Bluebirds, or not Bluebirds, sorry, Goldbirds. There's actually a cool Bingo Goldbird strat, but I didn't practice it, and I actually forgot about it during the Bingo, but you can go underneath the water. I could turn the vid down a little?
Take
okay.
out a couple of the Gelato goals, make sure that stays a utility level instead. And it also speeds up this this 1v1.
Yeah, again, I'm going to be talking overtones and RDA, so I'm sorry if you want to hear them.
Two less players, so it does speed this
but I do want to give like my side of the Bingo,
another thing that I want to talk
because
about is,
we didn't have mics and we only had a limited amount of time during the interview. So yeah, Tones made the card. Tones is another person that bingos that we bingo with occasionally, so he handpicked the card. We had no knowledge of the card beforehand, so he chose a card that he thought would be best to showcase, and this was a good card. Besides, I feel like 6 and 7 red coin shines shouldn't have been together because that was strong. If he removed like 7 red coins and did something else, I think that would have been pretty good, but it's okay.
A teammate with him in the 2v2 lockout bingo. How do you think he's going to go about routing this 1v1?
Well, I am honestly unsure. You know, honestly, I've done a lot of 1v1s against Sniper King, and one of his favorite strategies before, just because it was so strong, is pin a rush.
Yep, pin a rush. That's why I thought he was going to pin a, but surprisingly he didn't.
And the only requirement to get to Pinna, for those of you who don't
So another
know,
thing me and Sniper, we kind of agreed to not do was Beach Shine. And Beach Shine is really just super fast, but it's like super lame. You just spray the beach and collect the shine. And we thought it would be better if we didn't do that so that we could showcase other shines.
Also, the airstrip shine does not count. So, you know, if
Summer Dad. Hey guys, look, Summer Heroes is on the couch. Directly.
This is where it gets a little bit interesting.
I don't know if you can see the mouse, but there she is.
Goal is on the board. You have a choice. You can either go straight for the goals, or you can unlock Rico and Gelato.
So here, my routing was
them on the way, you get the Pinna faster, but you lose the time
Bianca.
goal, so you might
And to be completely honest with you, I didn't know what I was doing after Bianca.
Again, there's so many different routing options that these guys can go for.
I was kind of lurking around in like the speedrun Reddit and like some of the YouTube comments and even some of Twitch chat. And they're like, dude, Panga's route was flawless. And I was just like, I'm just winging it, dude. I'm just seeing what's on the board and I'm winging it.
Alright, so Sniper King starting out, he's going to look like he's going to unlock Bianco right away. And
yeah, so Sniper goes for the clip here. This one's one of the slower Delfino shines, but you get to do cool clip. And I vouch to just do regular Bianco, because Bianco's cool.
And he's in. Nice.
The runner, the casters seem so biased.
Just opening up Bianco.
I kind of noticed that a little, but
the blue coin in the jail cell.
Doesn't look like he is.
It's whatever. I mean, RDA, this was also his first time commenting, so I know he's a little nervous, so that could have influenced things.
We clipped into it, so we don't have that.
Also, I thought about getting the blue coin in Delfino during this cutscene because it wastes no time, but I just didn't want to do it.
Then you have to. Ooh, be a little careful there, Sniper.
Sniper had better early game. Yeah, Sniper had more goals than me. I think it was at 3-1 at one point, so everyone was seeing that Sniper. It seemed like he had a sizable lead because he had 3 scores 9 and only had 1, but it's kind of hard to tell with bingos how big your lead is.
Yep. Okay. Now it looks like he's going to go and unlock Bianco.
Oh, check out this floating
Is this the
banana.
setup for early pachinko?
No way.
This looks like the setup for it.
Not sure if anyone saw that, but
GDQ marathon.
You don't think so?
I also got early
It
M
looks
here.
like it.
It looks like he
Frame
might
perfect
do
trick.
it.
All right, let's see. Let's see if he's.
All right, if he gets his third hit, we'll see.
So Bianco 2 is whatever. Sniper went for a pretty cool
Just a
bingo
little
only
bit
strat.
too
If he
early.
actually nailed that, that would have
That's
been
okay.
sick. But
He lost 0 time there.
No, yeah, that's a very, very difficult strategy that saves like 7 seconds, if that, because it just makes it so instead of having to like watch.
oh yeah,
every
already called me
minute
Panda
to
sometimes.
this
He
cutscene,
called me
it
PNG
goes
a
and
couple
enters
times.
Pachinko, does the pachinko, and then you still watch the cutscene, but again, it barely saves any time.
It wouldn't save a lot of time, but you know.
I know, like
Pachinko
most
is,
people when they first see
as
my
much as
name, they
people hate
call me
Pachinko,
PNG. Oh,
it is a
okay. So
very
disc
fast
error
game.
here. This was because Sniper accidentally kicked the Wii because
that's
the
a
Wii's
disc
were right
error.
by they were right by our feet because there's no place to put it on a table because they had the monitor and then they had the laptop switch we used to click the squares.
Panga entering
So that disc error was because
Okay,
Sniper
he's
kicked the
good.
Wii.
Okay. Whew. Wow.
There's nothing wrong with the game or anything.
Good cover. Good cover.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully that won't happen again.
Yeah, when most
Very
people see my
unfortunate,
name,
5-second time
they
loss, but,
call me Pangea,
you know,
but
sometimes these
that's
type
like one of my
things
pet
happen,
peeves.
and,
I really hate being called that.
cross
So
the
if you ever see my name,
Meanwhile,
feel free to call me
Panga is
Panga.
going into Bianco
Or you
2.
can call me
Now,
Alex, whichever one.
Bianco at the start is what Sniper describes as the worst start in bingo history.
Yep, see,
Bianco
that's
is
why
super
Sniper hates
slow.
Bing,
We
or
noticed
Sniper hates
that,
Bianco.
Panga still has,
So Sniper is going for another clip
1
here.
shot. He's made basically 0 progress, except for,
Clips
you
are
know,
pretty
getting into Bianco, whereas
substantial.
when Sniper, you know, goes for
In
this Sniper
Sunshine, you
here,
can clip
he's
through
gonna have a
anything,
couple shines and he
basically.
can go right into Rico when he wants.
So this one's a
First
cool
try
shine,
pepper
very
clip,
fast.
nice.
Pana,
Yeah, it looks like just from
Panga,
going into
yeah,
Bianco, there is
Panga.
4 shines from Bianco Hill. That's a very
not like
quick
this, my
shine.
dudes.
Bianco
I
is
kicked
one of
Sniper's
the
Wii-
best
nah.
areas for getting red coin
Although
shines
we
as
were
well, so we see 6
pretty
and 7
close
red
to each
coin
other in
shines.
terms of like where our
So
feet were.
combine that with maybe
I think my foot was like
Pachinko,
a few inches away from his because we like sit with our
you can get those red coin shines pretty quickly.
feet kind of open.
And there's also the 2 hidden in Bianco. The
Also,
mystery
guys, if you have any
ones.
questions,
Yeah, Bianco is
feel free to
very,
ask
very,
because
uh,
this is also like an
important level
AMA
to
kind
go
of
to,
thing. If you want to know
but
anything about the
sometimes
bingo
you
thought
want to
processes,
prioritize the shine advantage rather than going
feel free to
straight
ask.
there. Looks like Sniper's going to
Peking
go
Boo,
for a
hello.
strat here
Who are the
that
key points for the game?
120
That
shine
is
does. He is going
Sniper
to
King
unlock Rico
and
while,
some other guy.
getting
No,
that blue
just
coin.
some guy. I actually forgot to shave before I left, so I had to rock
There's never
some
a
facial
problem
hair.
with getting blue coins
I don't really
in
like
bingo.
myself
Yeah.
with facial hair.
It costs basically 0 time. Usually you see people get the jail cell or something. You want to get
So
that
at this
by
point,
unlocking the plant monsters and
We're in
stuff like
Bianco
that.
3. I'm in Bianco 3,
Yeah, again,
and I'm
every 10
trying to
blue coins that you
decide,
turn
as
in,
I'm playing the
that
game,
becomes an extra shine.
if
So
I
that's
want
a
to
whole
stay in
bunch of- a
Bianco
whole
or if I want
shine
to
that you don't
move
have
to
go into an
Rico.
episode and do. So it does save a lot of
And
time,
at this
depending on how
time,
many
I
points
also
you get.
don't know where
And
Sniper
obviously
is
the card
because
and your route.
nothing's been clicked
Also,
off.
So 6 blue coin
The one thing they didn't really
birds,
mention
is
in
a really different goal from
about
7
bingos
blue
is it's always important to
There's
know where
2
your
blue
opponent
birds
is,
in,
and
Gelato, 2
whenever
in
goals
Delfino,
get
2
clicked
in
off,
Pinna, 2 in Pinna.
that gives you
And then there's 1 in
information on
Pianta and
where
1 in
your
Bianco,
opponent
and
is.
those
So
2
like,
are very
for
linked
example,
to each of those worlds. So this is another good
if-
incentive for Panga to be staying in Bianco.
if I clicked
Yeah,
off
I
like
even think he did,
Pinna or Rico 6 with Pink Blooper, he knows I'm in Rico 6.
Yeah, he didn't
But
give
there
you
are other
Delfino
goals where you don't really know.
so he's now
Like
might
2
be-
shines from 5 levels, you don't know where I am in. I could be anywhere.
Though he might end up just
So
staying
bingos are very
because that
important
would
in terms of
cost
what
maybe
gets clicked.
1.5
You always gotta
to
pay
go unlock
attention.
Rico, whereas if he doesn't know that Sniper's not in Bianco, so if Sniper
Bingo is hard. It's
if
really hard to
Sniper's in
route.
Bianco as well, he doesn't want to contest it, but it looks like he's gonna risk it.
Because you can develop a route like that leads all the way to the end game, but that's assuming you get every score that you want. So a lot of it's thinking, you come up with a plan to a certain extent. And then after that plan, you kind of have to see what's been clicked off, and if you've made any substantial mistakes, and then you kind of have to adjust at that point. So bingo is a lot of adapting on the fly, a lot of improv. Good thing I'm good at that, right? It's really hard to think on the fly while you're playing the game. And you always gotta be doing something while you think, because if you're just standing there trying to think of what to do next, you're wasting time. And time is very important in bingos. And speedruns.
Including a secret that's pretty early in there.
Yo,
as
what's up,
well,
Zelgan?
so another good incentive to be being.
I could've, but
Pangea
Oh, there's the
doing
Pangea.
drop skip.
We
Not
had
doing drop skip,
had to
he
do
decided
some
go
laundry
right
when he came
back
back,
into
so
Rico, and that could get into what is Boschlines on the board? Boschlines isn't even on the board.
Rico 3 hoverless.
Rico through hoverless. Oh, he could be going.
oh,
for that.
shout outs to
I think
drop
that
spin and
Sniper
jump
might be going
spin and
for,
put there.
direct spinner rush. So
Also, hold on, I need to look
we'll
at
see here
Sniper.
if they end up
Did he
trying to
bonk
go for
here?
the same
Oh, he
thing.
did bonk, so
Sniper
that's how
has
he
a
got.
very, very big advantage if he can get
Dude, he was
into
so
Rico
close to
2,
dying here. This is actually a
blooper
Monka-S.
level.
Like,
Oh, God.
seriously.
Sniper,
Oh my goodness.
please don't do
Like,
this.
right there, right here?
Oh,
He should have been dead, but thanks to hitboxes, he was alive.
He's getting it.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
Reading all the
He's just
squares in a
staring
timely
me
manner,
half to
yeah.
Cojones on this man.
One of the good things about the
Wow.
long cutscene in Sunshine is it takes it gives you time to think.
Not doing blue bliss, which
So
is
that's
like
another
2
reason why
seconds faster
bingos
than
for
the
Sunshine are appealing,
Yeah,
because
there used to be a bingo goal
a
that
lot
was
of
Rico 2
complaints
blue
about
bliss,
speedrunning
but
the
we
game
took
is
it out
waiting for
because
the
it was
6-minute
almost
cutscene, but
free.
It's
with
become meta
bingos,
in
you don't have to be
99%
bored,
slash
because
any category
when you're
right
waiting
now.
for the
It used to
6-minute
be a
cutscene, you
meme
look at the
thing,
board and you
so
get to think about what
instead
you're
of
going to do
doing
next.
Rico 2 blooperless
Instead,
as
when
a
you
main
speedrun a
goal,
game, you just
we
think
now
about
have
what you want to
Rico
eat for
6
dinner
with
or when to go to the bathroom is.
which I don't think they have practiced.
Yeah,
There's
so
very,
that's
like,
Tone saying Rico
minimal
6 with pink blooper. Like, I
differences
literally have
between each
never
blooper.
seen that in a
I think
bingo in
the
my
green
life.
is just a little easier for me
Yeah, the
personally.
green one is is the same speed as the pink, but it controls easier because you have the ability to let up on the joystick.
I also didn't realize that there was one hidden in Rico.
Oh, there is one in Rico. Oh, that's like the.
So by the time I get into
early game
Rico
route,
2,
because
I'm thinking to
here's the
myself,
thing,
would I
Sniper
rather
has a
do...
choice now. He can either go back to 2 and get the hidden,
Yep,
or
would
he
I
can go
rather
to
do
3 and
2
hoverless.
or 3
And
hoverless?
since Panga's behind, he is going to be at the end. No matter what Panga hits, or no matter what Sniper hits, Panga can be there to do the next one. And
Yeah,
Sniper
so
can
basically Tone
react.
is saying,
I mean,
since
so
Sniper is
Sniper,
ahead,
what he's
whichever
doing
one
is
he
pretty
clicks,
smart right now.
either Rico 2 or Rico 3, I
What
just
he's
do the
gonna be
other
doing right
thing.
here is he's gonna do Rico 3
And I
hoverless.
actually wanted to
And
do
the
Rico
reason
3
he's doing
hoverless
that is because
first,
if he were to be losing
but
a race,
as soon as he
which
clicked that off,
he's
I
not
just
right
went
now,
into
obviously,
Rico
but
2.
if he was,
Also, I just want to
in
say
his
that
mind, not knowing where,
my blooper list
Pangea
was pretty
is,
fire.
he could be losing this
Like,
race right
blooper
now
lists,
to Pangea.
anything under 20 seconds
So
is
he's
really
gonna
good.
go do this episode 3 while he does
And
this
I got a pretty
so
fire
that
time.
he can
Not
get a
gonna
goal
lie.
out of it.
I don't want
and
to brag or
losing
anything,
time
but
or-
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
pretty good. Pretty good.
He has a nice little safety belt.
Rico 3 hoverless is hard
Gotta
too.
get back up here. Be careful not to use the hover nozzle. Okay, good. Don't get knocked off by these guys. And now he's gonna get the rocket nozzle. You may think it's cheating, but it does not say floodless. It says
1931.
hoverless.
Pretty
It's gonna go
spicy.
right in from the bottom.
World record for
That's a goal.
world record for
That's a
blooperless in
goal.
terms of the
First blood
time.
goes to Sniper King.
Also, shoutouts to the synchronization right there.
All right, there we go. So let's.
So
see
yeah,
if
when I
he's gonna
saw
go back
when
into
I
the
saw him
secret.
click
If
that
he
off, I was
does,
like, all right,
he's
we're
a
going to
little
Rico
bit
2
ahead,
blooperless,
and it would just
or
be a
Rico 2
complete tight race
or one hidden
neck
from
and
Rico,
neck
because
with
I
this
know I can beat him
this
to
one
that.
goal. So we'll see what happens.
Speaking of which, is there any way that we can get
The world
a
record's
color clarification
17
on the,
something, Zelgan.
stream setup?
It's in the 17s. I think it's the
Because
high
audience needs to
17s.
know who's who.
Did I practice first part?
So
Because of the
so
events that
Sniper
happened right
goes
before
into 4. I don't know
GDQ,
if he was
I couldn't
mashing into
practice,
it,
so I
but
practiced during
Panga is
GDQ.
going to go back into 2 and get Rico 2 hidden, which is exactly the same as Rico 2.
So at this
regular.
point, I knew Sniper had
Sniper
Rico
might be
3 done,
predicting
but I
that he's
didn't know
doing this,
if he
so
was
he
going to
decided
stay in
to
Rico
go
or go to
further
Pinna.
into
I thought he
Rico
was
2
either
and
going to
get
do
another
Rico
goal
2,
and, faster
do
shines.
Rico,
for these hit, or for
the
these
Rico
enemies.
hidden, or go to Pinna. I didn't think he was going to go to Rico 4.
Very, very good idea. So what he's doing
So-
right now, this is the first like actual glitch that we're have
If
to
you get
explain.
drinking easily
By
confused.
bonking your head into the ceiling of the sewer.
So the secret
Mario
is just doing the
enters
same
this,
thing
like,
again, except
weird
faster.
glitchy
You have to
state where
beat, I
the
think it's
enemies
35
automatically
seconds to
die
get the
from
secret
touching them.
shine.
So now he
And
can
your
kill
boy
these
gets
fighters
a
without
pretty
Yoshi,
spicy time
which
here.
is usually impossible unless you go to Rico 8.
Yeah, so he's going to have 4 blue coins from enemies. This is a very smart play on Sniper. Again, he literally doesn't even know where Panga is. He's just doing
1875.
this because he's humongous galaxy brain.
Humongous,
He's
humongous
letting-
galaxy
letting,
brain.
Ooh, he misses the hover into the thing though, but Panga is going to be on the board with that goal click.
On the
So
board.
Panga makes it 1-1.
Oh, I forgot to change my title. Hey guys, let me do that really
Okay,
quick.
so a reminder to anybody watching, Sniper King
So at
is
this
the
point,
green,
I bailed on
square,
Rico
and Panga is the purple
because
square.
I was
Keep that in
trying
mind
to
for now.
do,
We're working
I
on
wanted
making
progress
the
for 2
colors
shines from 5
as
levels.
possible.
That's why I only did Bianco 2 and 3.
So yeah, so basically Sniper just gave up that one hidden just so that he can get these 2 goals, basically, because now he's way in the lead for these 5 blue coins from enemies and the rest of whatever he can get in Rico. So it was a pretty nice play by Sniper King.
Yeah, very nice play. I'm sure he is very happy that Panga just clicked one hidden shot
Okay,
in Rico,
so
because that means
change
that
my
he's
title.
farther in Rico and that he doesn't have any enemies. So he probably is going to predict that Panga is going to Gelato now, so he might just give that up and say, you know what, Gelato ain't that worth it.
So even though the technical term is lockout bingo, it doesn't matter if you get 5 in a row.
Spooky.
The point is just to get 13 anywhere. So there's a common misconception about lockout. I guess it technically shouldn't be called bingo, but
All right.
And he's home free.
it is what it is. Humongous galaxy. Yo, Lurthus, thanks for the good job.
AKA Gelato Beach. We all know Gelato.
Yo, King Ring, what's up? How you doing, man?
Classic sandy beaches, and hopefully we might see him do the secret, but he might just be going for the...
So at this point, I was still convinced that Sniper was gonna beat me to Pinna.
So something interesting that we have seen with Pangea right now with his
Pangea.
with his route is he hasn't really done too much to get
So,
really these goals. He went into
originally, I was going for 5 secret shines, which is why I did this instead of get the hidden first.
That red coin. He didn't go into the Bianco 3 to get a red coin.
And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I was not thinking about red coins at all at this point.
Just a little bit of progress in all these stages. Maybe it's just his game plan is going to be to have leverage on all the stages. So that
Well, I'll be playing Fortnite.
You know, the mid game is
Unless I
probably
become
the
a
hardest
big
part
Fortnite
about
streamer
learning
with
how to
thousands of
bingo
viewers, I will
properly.
probably
You
not
know,
be playing
the early
Fortnite.
game's easy. You just say, I'm going to go to Rico. I'm going to go to Bianco. I'm going to go straight to
So,
Pinna.
because I
There's
wasn't
not a
thinking
lot
about
of
red
easy
coin
routes,
shines
but
here,
what's most
I
important
did
is figuring
not
out how
do
you
this
can set yourself
the hidden
up to
shine,
react
because
to
the
your
hidden
opponent
shine
always. And
for that
Panga
level
now
is a
has
red coin shine.
shines. He has 2
But instead,
shines
I actually decided to do
different
gelato
levels,
skip.
and
Also,
I
look at the
think he's still
synchronization
on
again.
his shine-wise to get the Pinna. So, a little bit more utility on...
Yeah, I decided to do gelato skip because
We'll see if
it
Sniper King goes for Gelato Beach
gives me
or
an
Gelato
option
Beach.
to go back and do gelato stuff if I want to do it.
He is in it.
It's pretty cool that we both,
I think, Panda
this
went back into
Panda,
one, so.
we both decide to do gelato skip
Instead,
here,
too.
Yep.
believe it or not. So this
You
is some
could
cool
theoretically
synchronization.
do Gelato
The thing about
Beach
bingo is you
at
don't really
any
see a
level,
lot
but you
of
don't
us
wanna
doing
do
the
it
same
in 2
things.
Because there's another goal from Sniper. He gets that
There's
5th blue coin
always
from an enemy, that catapult
different
on the
routing
beach,
and
super
everyone's in a
free,
different place.
And that's textbook 5 blue coins
But
from
it's pretty
enemies
neat.
into Rico 4
It's
into
pretty
Gelato
neat
1.
to see when the routes do
2-1
like sync up.
advantage goes to Sniper King. They're gonna be doing
So
Gelato
here I
skip at the
accidentally
same
hit my C
time.
stick, so I lost my angle.
If they both stay for Gelato,
I was really
5
nervous by the way.
shines,
My
5
hands were
shines
shaking and
Gelato,
everything.
Then Panga will have a nice surprise for Sniper King.
So when I saw Sniper click off the 5 blues from
Sniper messed up
enemies,
his
I
angle a
actually
little bit.
knew that I could beat him to
Panga
Pinna.
is in there.
First try gelato
Alright.
skip. You never forget
You don't
gelato
really
skip.
need to describe this trick very much. It's very self-explanatory, but basically, this is the episode 8 shine, and we can clip right into it using the coconut. And as long as you grab the episode 8 shine, then you can
Yeah, I'm glad this was a highlight for you.
access any
Well, I'll be playing
level
Fortnite.
in Gelato. So it's very important to at least do this one shine.
Yeah, bingos generally
So,
don't use gelato
Panga's
beach skip,
deciding not to stay in Gelato.
but we both
Decided not to
decided
stay
that it
Gelato.
would be
Sniper's also in there. They have a
better
open
to
Gelato
showcase
now. If they
and
need to go
use,
in for rocket nozzle, they need to go
GBS in
for
the
red
lockout
coin,
setting.
They have full access to everything now.
But in regular
But
other
Panga
like
looks like
different
he's just gonna go
bingos,
get
like
his
there's
fast
single
shine
bingo,
here,
double,
gonna go do a
triple,
gelato
anti.
pipe,
Gelato skip is
fall
banned.
all the way down.
Yeah, you can land directly into shine, but I chose not to because I didn't want to fall
So if
and miss.
Pangea decides to not go back into Gelato right now, Sniper's gonna gain him on one.
So
shot,
I
which
kind of
now
had a
Gelato
feeling
2,
Sniper was in
just any
gelato, which
leverage
is
in
another
Gelato
reason
at
why
this
I
point.
left,
So
because
we'll
I
see what
wanted to
he's
beat him to
gonna do.
Pinna.
Because
I knew Wiggler's on the
100
board,
coin
but
shines.
Wiggler's
100
kind of a
coins
slow
like-
shine, and I didn't want to
100
do
coin
it.
shines in the 2v2 lockout bingo.
So
that
at
we
this
had a
point,
few months
you need
ago,
10 shines to get
had a
to
lot of just
Pinna,
a lot of
so
really
I
close calls
just
and a
do
lot of
just
bingos
enough
because of 100 coin shines.
to
Oh,
get
yeah.
to the
Do you think
10.
that these players
So
are
which
going
is
to
why I do
kind
left
of
bell,
ignore
because I
those
think that's
goals,
my 10th
just
shine.
because
I don't
it's
even remember.
1v1 and because they have other stuff
When's
in mind, or do you
Fortnite?
think
We
that
love
one of them are gonna
Fortnite.
prioritize
Yo,
it?
what's up,
You know, I
BBQ?
personally love
I don't
doing
wanna do
100 coin
Bouncy Boy.
shines, but unfortunately, they are
Dude, my
very
Bianco 6 was
slow.
flawless,
And in
man.
the early game, if you can prioritize any goal that will get you a shine count, you need to prioritize those goals. And although getting 100 coin shine would be insanely free, it would set you up for nothing because you have no progress anywhere else. So 200 coin shines is something that's good if you have, you know, maybe synergy with 300 coin shines or 400 coin shines, or if you are trying to get 5 shines gelato.
Okay, so I chose not to do pinna,
but
honey skip, because
we see
one, I
here
need
that,
as many lives as I
Sniper's gonna be
can,
going for
just in
Wiggler,
case, and
which
two,
is a
it
goal,
gives you
and
time to
he
think about
gets
what to
the
do
quick
next.
kill.
Which is why if you
Shout
look at
out
the screen, I'm
to
just looking
everyone
at the
who
board.
told us that we were doing this wrong.
Shouts to Williams. Williams grinded this level very intensely.
This was back in like 2014 when they didn't have gelato skip, and he figured out all the strats to do this correctly.
So yeah, this is where it became 3-1, and it seemed like, you know,
3-1.
Sniper had a big lead on me, but
All right, looking pretty good.
ironically he has less amount of shines than me, because I have 10 and he has 9. But you know, shine count doesn't necessarily mean you're ahead. Just because you have more shines doesn't mean you're gonna win, but it gives you a little advantage on what areas you can visit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that important, but it's
Like
something
Pinna,
that,
you need
know,
at least
might
10
make the difference
shines, and
between
Noki you need at least
if you
20.
get a
So if
goal
you have more
and
shines, then you get to those areas faster. So
Sniper looks like
I
he's
knew
gonna
that
go
I
straight
had
for
a lead
the
on Sniper to Pinna,
Mario
which
and
is why I
Gelato.
chose to
Probably
do
going to stay here
the
and
hoverless
get, the 5 shines, considering that
goal.
Mario is one of the
And man,
fastest.
Pinna 3 hoverless is
Back to the fastest.
one of the rougher levels for hoverless.
Oh, and he gets the Rocket Nuzzle unlock. How convenient.
Not opting for a blue coin. That's fair.
And
Hidden.
yes, he is getting the hidden.
I was actually surprised Tones
See the
didn't put
hidden
Sandbird
and
on the
possibly
goal,
Bluebirds. And
or on the
let me
bingo
tell you
instead of
something
Wiggler,
about the Bluebirds in Gelato.
because Sandbird
They
has some
do
pretty
not
cool
like
tech.
to
There's something called
cooperate,
Turbo Bird,
we
which you
are
use the
going
turbo
to
nozzle to go really
need
high in the
to-
air,
Need to pat him on the back, maybe.
and it's pretty hard, but
Give
when
a
you
nice
do it,
little
it's really
back
cool.
massage to make sure he doesn't
Same
start
as much for the
raging at
Bluebirds,
these
and
birds.
these Bluebirds are really
These
annoying.
birds have really weird properties. Like they'll go on this tightrope, and you have to spray them with enough water for them to turn into a blue coin. And if they're,
Really,
like, kinda flying
BBQ?
around, which the second blue
That
bird
Pinna
is
3,
doing
man.
right now, sometimes
Pinna
it can
3
just
was
take forever
rough.
for it to come back. If it's too low to the ground or on the ground, they kind of have something like a super armor.
And he gets
did
them both.
really well.
He gets
with
them
that.
both. That is
Really well.
absolutely
So I didn't want to do
perfect.
Bluebirds at all. I just did. The Bluebirds
Well,
suck.
those
I
birds
didn't
were
want to
really,
risk
really
it.
tricky. He just wanted to prove me wrong. So
Yeah.
You hate the roller coaster? Yeah, that one's
That's
hard.
hidden in Gelato,
There's
very
not much
fast
to it.
shine.
It's just
Unfortunately, hidden
aim,
shines is not
and it's
on
hard
the
to
board,
aim in
but
Sunshine.
that will
And sometimes the rockets
5
just
shines
don't
a lot faster.
want to hit the
Panga,
guy,
however,
and they
is,
hit the poles,
you know,
the supports of
setting
the roller
himself up
coaster.
nicely for the late game. I don't want to sleep on Panga just yet. It looks like Sniper's getting a lot of early stuff, but Panga has been to so many levels.
Yes.
He
There you
has
go,
a
Tones-
lot
Tones
of
is rooting for
shines
me.
everywhere. He's in Pinna before Sniper, and Pinna is
So
the
Rico,
gateway to the
not
world.
Rico, Pinna
Once you get
2.
to Pinna, you can
I
get
decided to do
anything.
Pinna
Well, except for
one
Noki,
hidden
after
from
you get
Pinna
20 shines
because
from Noki.
it's both faster and I'm
So,
better at that than
Panga
Pinna
has
3
already
hoverless.
done, Pinna 1, which is the Mecha Bowser fight. And
So it's
he's
kind of the
going
same
to
little situation with
get
Rico,
destroyed,
because Rico had the
and
one hidden
possibly
and then the
Pinna
Rico 3
now
hoverless.
that he knows that
So you have the choice if you want to
Sniper is
do
nowhere to be seen.
yeah.
the
He also
the
he's also
the
gonna have
3
a little
shine
more
or
leverage on
the
that
secret
Ryoshi
shine or the
Gelato.
hidden shine, and
And now that is
I wanna do the
believe
hidden.
his third Delfino shine.
I think by this time
So both bell shines.
I
one
started
of them
to
really, really easy,
incorporate
really
red
simple to
coin-
get. The other one is a little tricky
red
to
coins
get.
into
You
my
can either
route.
use, rocket nozzle or
So when I
Yoshi
did
to get
Pinna
that
Pinna
second bell
2
shine.
hidden,
So that's also
I was
something
starting to
that,
count
Panga
like
is a little ahead in just because he's in
the
Pinna.
red coin,
Yeah,
the
he
amount of red
also
coins
has
I had.
the left bell shine. Sniper hasn't
I think
gotten
part of that
that
was
yet.
because I also
he's
didn't see that both
I'm pretty sure
the
Panga got it.
6
I
red
got
coin
word from the
shines
bingo
and
fairy
7 red.
that
Yo,
Panga
shouts to
has
missing the
indeed
life.
got-
Thank you,
Both the
Bingo
6
Fairy.
red coin shines and the 7 red
Yes,
coin
we do
shines
have
were
some
on
stat
the
trackers
same
behind
board.
the scenes, working to make sure that the bingo words
Hi,
are
Congos, how you
marked
doing?
correctly and that we are correct as well. You know, feeding us information, telling us what goals are coming up on if we're missing them.
Do you think we're gonna see?
So Summer also chose not to do honey skip because
I mean,
he's also looking at the board.
Panga is pretty good at
Honey
playing.
skip doesn't take that much time, but it's
Pretty sure he has the leeway.
also kinda tricky.
He knows he has the leeway.
He's a
It's
good
oh,
okay.
how do I see your name?
Yeah, he's a god gamer.
Eschaton? Eschaton, Eschaton. One of those has to be right.
Sniper
Thanks
is
so much for
going
the
to
tier
ignore
1
Pinna
sub
first
and
then go
welcome.
to get the grass pipe.
Appreciate
now,
it.
Grass pipe is another Delfino shine, and it is
Grass
another
pipe's a
red
little
coin,
slow,
so that's
which is
going
why I
to
didn't
synergize
really
well.
want to do
I
it.
think Sniper might even be
But it is a red
prioritizing
coin
these
shine, but I
red
still
coins and
want to do
Delfino
other red
shines.
coin
Not a
shines.
bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
Not a bad idea at all. Gets the red bird first, and this grass pipe is pretty self-explanatory. You kind of just have to know where all the red coins are and make sure. There's one mistake that you can
Something
make
like
will
that,
actually
dude.
soft
I
lock it,
tried.
so you have to, reset the level, and that's that you can shoot the little spiny.
24. Dude,
off
I
the
would
map,
die if I streamed
and they have a
24/7.
red coin. So
24-hour
you
stream.
can't
I would do
use
it.
that red coin
I want to do a 24-hour stream, but I don't want to disrupt the other people in this office
So we got
space.
we got him actually doing
Maybe I would do a
hidden,
12-hour
which is
stream
another
as a sub goal.
red shine.
Yep,
So.
one hidden shine and Pinna is on the
But
board.
24,
and
I'd have to have my own place or do it on the week. Actually, I could do it on a weekend, right? Who would be here on a
Yeah, you
weekend?
could, yeah.
I think
On a
you can do
holiday.
both of these and not lose a single thing.
No.
What's the
So
next
here's
holiday?
the goal click from
Is Valentine's Day a
Panga, and
holiday?
it looks like he's on the board. 3-2, Pangea Panga.
So there you go. We got 3-2 on the board, cashing up, slowly doing it. Stream yourself sleeping.
This last red coin.
Where am I? I'm in the office space. This is why this wall is green.
Be the sniper's fourth?
Yeah. Question mark?
That's his first.
All right,
No,
so
hidden.
I
Or
actually
not hidden,
debated
don't
whether
finish
to
it,
just
sorry.
do Pinna 3
Yes,
regular,
okay,
Yeah.
fourth
not
Delphi
hoverless.
shine.
But then I was like, people are gonna be wondering why I didn't do
Yeah.
hoverless.
So now
So I was
Sniper
like,
not
I'm
only
gonna do
knows that
hoverless
Panga is
because
in Pinna, but he knows that
hopefully
he
I
is
don't die a
in
lot
Pinna 3
or mess
right
up a
now, or
lot.
at least has access to it.
Pinna 3 hoverless is
now
only
he's
tricky
a sniper. Maybe he just gives up
if
all
you
the
miss the
Yoshi gold
second
and says,
coin,
"I'm just
because
gonna
if you miss the
prioritize
second
those three
coin, the
coins and
boats
try
are
and
on a
compete
different
with them."
cycle, and you
Oh,
need the
but
boats to
looks
be
like
on a
we're going to be
specific cycle.
getting- This is my favorite.
Ooh,
trick in
Sniper's
the
doing
whole
another
game.
clip here. Ready?
He's gonna line himself up on.
Oh, that's what I'm
first
talking
try.
about. That's what's up, dude. Look at that smile. Look at that smile.
Look at him. He got it, dude. This
So
is
yeah,
what
Sniper did
I've been
a
saying
very
this from the start.
pretty
Sniper
tricky
King
clip.
has this
You have to do
clutch
some
factor that I
really
don't
precise
think Panga
inputs with
has.
the
He's like I saw him
B
in the
and
practice
analog
room,
stick.
He was
And he did
super
that 5
unconfident,
times.
and he's nailing everything so far. So this is absolutely.
Sniper was
incredible
teaching me in the
gameplay
practice
from both
room,
of these
but
runners.
I
I'm so
didn't feel
impressed.
comfortable, so.
that
And I knew he was gonna do
strategy,
it, so I let him
clip,
have
whatever
it.
you might call
Okay,
it.
right
It's
here,
called
right
Serena,
here,
whatever.
I
We
got
used to
stuck.
be able to
I
go
couldn't
into
move.
Serena right before we opened
And that's why I had to
Bianco,
jump
that
and
was
fall
the only
down.
way to get into
Because I
Serena,
caught the
until,
corner of the
unlocking
cage and it
Yoshi
just wouldn't let me
pineapple
move,
that's
which
covering
was
it.
really
Like, Serena, whenever
unfortunate.
you're able to use, I'm pretty sure you can
So
use most
it
fruit.
caused me to
Banana
fall
is the
down.
most
And
ideal
it
one.
really
You can use
screwed me
pineapple on
because
it.
that means the
Pineapple, I
boats
believe,
are
is
on a
the most
different
ideal,
cycle,
but the
Really?
and you
pineapples
can only get
aren't
up there
available on Japanese version.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
So but you can do it with
easily
banana.
with the
So,
boats to
clip
be
into the
swinging
side
at
of
the right
Serena, and so
speed
he can do that
and height.
whenever you have a banana. You can do that any time in the game. So
There's
that's
a
why
backup
he's
strat.
not- Another reason that he doesn't need to go into Pinna.
Oh, drop
He
spin
can
and
go
play
and do
here.
these Serena goals and
Yo,
just
True Game Colors with the
these
gifted
goals
sub
can
to
help him with
Ellie.
other
Thank you
stuff
so
like
much,
point
True,
times
for
or
the gift sub and Ellie.
whatever.
Welcome.
But
Hypers,
yeah, that's
welcome to the garden.
it's
Appreciate
not
it.
it's not the easiest trick.
Why
so
didn't you?
yeah, that was
Why
really
didn't I
impressive.
switch to hover and
And
wall
we've got a
kick
little
hover
bit of
back?
oopsie from Panga right now. He is struggling a little bit on the
Yo, what's up,
hoverless,
Brandy?
Pinna 3. This is honestly one of the hardest.
So right here,
hoverless levels in the entire game.
shout outs
This
to
is why
drop
it's-
spin
This
inputs.
is why it's a bingo goal. He's dropping some spin puts. That's the second drop spin put. He's
One of
had
the
so
worst
far.
things about
Very
this game is when you
unfortunate,
drop a spin
but
input,
that's just
because
something
if
that
you want to do a
happens,
spin
you know.
input,
Sniper
that's
is,
how
of
you
course,
get the
doing
most
Manta.
height,
There's some strats to
and
make
you need a
Manta
spin input to
a
get
little bit
that
more consistent, but
to work.
basically, you
And
just
if you
want
drop
to
it, you're
spam
dead.
spray
Or you're not dead, but you
and
fall down.
kill as many little pink
So here-
Mantas as possible.
Yeah, they don't like water.
Here, I ground pound too late, so I fell
Oh,
down.
Panga made it, but he
True Game Colors,
dove
thank you
a
so much
little
for
bit too
gifting
far.
a sub to Brandy Brands. And Brandy, welcome.
So right now,
True, you're so nice.
What we were talking about with Panga having a lot of leverage in most of these levels, like Bianco, having shines done.
And I
in a
fell
lot of
down there
stages.
because the gate,
Sniper King has a
the
lot
cage
of
is.
goals
You can
lined
clip through
up
it,
for
man.
him. He
Clip
has
through
a lot. He
anything.
has 2 rocket nozzles already. He has progress in Rico.
So
he has
at this
progress in
point,
Gelato, progress in Serena.
I thought I lost the
A
bingo.
lot
I'm
of
gonna
just
be
phoenix
completely
types.
honest.
There's
I
a
thought
lot
I
of stuff
lost
going for him right now.
because I spent
Yeah.
so much time. I wasn't tilted. I was just
Yeah,
kind of
all right,
scared.
good job, Sniper. So there's not really going to be much going on right now. We can throw it off to a couple of donations.
Oh,
come
this one warms my heart, man.
Oh my goodness, I'm so into the run.
Keep in mind I couldn't
I
hear
was
anything,
like-
so I never heard this.
I'll never read donations. It's okay. I'm just watching the whole run. Well, we have a $250 donation from Mom Pangea Panga. I know. Aww. Who says this donation is in memory of Panga's grandma who passed away due to cancer. We are proud of your involvement in this good cause. Remarkable job, Panga.
Too bad I didn't know what they were clapping. I thought Sniper did something, so that's why
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe they're
We
clapping.
also have a $1,000 anonymous donation.
Woo!
Woo!
That's real because my grandma did pass away from cancer, and no one knows
Who
that
says, "From my
until
SO,
now.
her
But
father
yeah,
beat cancer, and cancer is delphinoidly a bummer."
we finally did Pinna 3 Hoverless, by the way. 5 minutes later.
It's 3-3.
You know, rewatching that VOD, it does make me tear up a little every time I hear it because my parents are not really familiar with like GDQs or streaming and stuff. So the fact that they even like watched and knew how to donate and actually donated,
which is one of the longest and most technical.
really warms my heart, man.
Keep in mind, he's not supposed to have access to Sarina right now. He was supposed to be going all the way through
Remarkable
Pinna
summer.
and doing what Panga is doing right now. But because of this
Thanks,
Sarina,
Jerem.
whenever he
Yeah,
can
it was
get
rough
to
because
Sarina and take away
she
the
passed
Sarina
away,
goals before Panga can, and that will take away pretty much all
right
of
before
Panga's advantage from going
AGDQ
to
last
Pinna
year.
at all.
So,
Yeah, hopefully Panga can find.
ooh, Sniper went for the momentum spin jump though. That one's really risky. That's a
Scary, dude.
50-second
Really
time
scary.
loss if you miss it.
Sniper,
But again, we
unfortunately,
gotta go
going
for the
momentum
risky stuff,
spin
right?
does not hit it.
You can name Mama Panga too? Yeah. I know, right?
But yeah, so Panga has a lot of.
I think my dad probably helped with the English because my dad's English is a little better than my mom's.
Not a lot of goals clicked off right now. So he has
Alright,
to
so
adapt to knowing that he took
at
a
this
while,
point, I knew that I was
on those red
just
coins.
gonna finish
Yeah,
up
we do
Pinna
have to keep
4
in
to
mind
get
one of
Yoshi
the
and
easiest
do
goals on the
both bell
board
shines.
is, collect 25
Because you can only
shines. They're
get both bell
about
shines
equal in
after
shine
you
count right now,
get
and
Yoshi.
at any time they can just decide
And
to
that's the reason I
grind
did
out a
left
bunch of
bell
fast shines and
right
keep
before
there,
Pinna, so I can
including
do right
turning
bell
in
with
blue
Yoshi.
coins. Now,
Yo,
this
what's up
is
with
where
the
it
beast? How you
gets
doing?
kind of interesting because
Hopefully I see that GDQ.
because sometimes in bingo, in fact, most of the time, you have a blue coin total. Yes.
Oh, speaking of blue
Finally
coins,
got
there's
through it.
only, what, 10 blues from
Now he's going
Delfino?
into
Is that
Saturday
the
free,
only?
so sometimes you
Oh,
have a
7
blue
blue
coin
bird
total, for
blue
example,
coins.
40
Those are only
blue
blue
coins,
coin
80
level
total
or
coins, I think is the
goals.
maximum.
Blue coin
there is an
goals
idea. I
aren't
think
too
I
fun
figured
to
that
watch,
out
so I'm
in
glad
my
he
board,
didn't
but
put those in.
Yeah, so there is blue coin totals. There are no blue coin totals
They did
on this board.
not. I don't
However,
think so,
you do
the
still
building.
need to get some blue coins so that you can turn them in for shines because
So I get the
Really helpful.
pineapple just in case I go to Cerna. I had no idea Sniper was in Cerna or when he was going to go in Cerna, but I had it open just in case.
General, especially if there's a lot of shines you're getting.
And Sniper's going for the
about
clip
like
again.
30 to 40 is a pretty safe number to go for.
Yeah.
Both of them don't really have that many blue coins at this moment, though. So.
Yeah, Zelgan, I mean, I kind of
in
had an
general, bingo
idea.
usually will end up with a sniper gets
Wow.
a net.
But they can
Even if
clap
it's
to
scripted,
anything. They can clap to hard trick, they
nail
can
it,
clap to
beast arena,
donation,
whatever.
they
It
can
is a
clap
very
because
finicky
Kung Fu
trick.
was like,
It's
clap.
a lot easier than
But
you
I try not to
expect
think
do,
about
but
it too
it's also
much.
a lot harder than you
I
expect
just try to think about the route I was
Take it
doing
with a grain
and
of
where
salt.
Sniper could
And
possibly
Panga's gonna
be.
doing,
So I
the
still had no
right
idea
bell
where Sniper
with
was because he
Yoshi,
hasn't clicked
and he
anything
gets
off.
it.
But
All right.
Yeah. So that's both bell shines from Pangea Panga. Pangea Panga takes the lead, 4-3.
yeah, so we took the lead here at this point, and Sniper knows that I
So,
have Pinna
the
unlocked.
right bell is a shine that you
and I
cannot get
have,
unless you have Yoshi, because
at
Yoshi's
least
the only thing in the
14
game besides
shines.
the rocket nozzle that can get high enough
That's the
to
information you
reach
get from
the
that,
shine.
from me clicking off
You
that
can
square because
theoretically get that
you can
high
only do
if
both
you
bell
use,
shines with
like,
Yoshi, and Yoshi's in Pinna
some
4,
glitch I saw
and that's
on Twitter
14
or something,
shines,
but it's
and
not
both bell
RTA
shines, that's
feasible, and
15.
no
So
one
he knows
is
I have
probably
15
ever
shines.
gonna
I've
do that
unlocked
in
Pinna,
a run.
and that
Speaking of fast shines, Panga is going to go ahead and
I'm
box
going
the
to
game.
probably be in the
Going to
Noki,
nail
which is
these
why
boxes,
he
gets
is
the
probably.
double
I
hit.
think that's why he didn't decide
Not a
to even
sub
touch
20,
Noki or do
bad.
anything. So
Horrible
this is
player.
why he kept doing
All right,
Serena.
Sniper having a little
Does
trouble
another
getting up that
clip.
totem pole, but he got that
Banana
shine.
clip.
Gets the banana clip, and he gets right into Saturday 3.
Please clap.
So those both gold bird shines, in order to get either of them to show up, one of them is in Noki, so you have to get 20 shines to get into Noki. The other
So,
one you have to,
at this
you
point,
have to watch the connect
money,
cutscene.
I wanted to go to
Like after you
Noki.
go in, he's on the
Got
little
him.
island by where the lily pad
Hope
shine is.
things
So
start
that's how
looking
the-
up
they
for
get
you
the second
soon.
one. Neither of them have gone
W, thanks
for
so much for
it,
the
so
20.
nothing
Appreciate
to
it.
worry about at the moment.
Hopefully they do. Taking it day by day.
Panga doing another box.
At this point, I knew I was going to Noki, so which is why I did all these shines. However, I didn't know if I wanted to do shine gate
He's
clip.
nailing it. Absolutely nailing it.
And then
Yeah, but it just looks like Panga's gonna
at-
try and snipe these 9
after
shines,
the
from Sniper.
it took me 4
and,
shines because I needed 5 more to get to
going into Sniper, so if you guys
Noki.
have any, more donations,
It took
you
me
can
4
read some.
shines before I was like, you know what, we're just gonna do it.
We have a
We're gonna
$250
balls to the wall for this
donation
bingo.
from Raise Fire.
Ooh, race fire. Shouts to Raise B.
What's up, Raise? It says, had to donate while some of my favorite people are on stage. GDQ's been a blast to watch this year, and I'm sad.
I don't know if you
couldn't make it
noticed,
out in
but
person. Best of luck, guys.
I took a
Both
long
gonna
way
kill it.
to Chuckster because I actually thought
also
about doing
have a
Shine Gate right
$50
there, but I
donation
bailed
from
out and did
Esquire.
Chuckster.
Who says, love you, Tones, Panga, and Snipes. This is one of my most anticipated runs all week. Way to put on a great show, guys.
Same.
I love you too, man.
So here we go. This is the big boy player right here.
Donation from Germ, who
Hey,
says, greetings from
shout outs
golf.
to Germ. So here we go. We're
Good
going.
luck, boys.
We grew the
Always great to
gonads
see
and we
contracting
decided to
men.
do Shine Gate
Keep
clip.
up the positive mental attitude.
Oh yeah, BBQ.
Sniper's going for.
I actually
pretty
thought
hard
Sniper
strat.
already did
So,
Shine Gate clip
you have
based
to do
on
a
one of the
quick dive
claps,
rollout and spin
the
put,
mini
but
claps
game kinda
during the
dropped
bingo.
spin put, which is a recurring theme. Oh,
we're
let's
seeing it.
look at Panga right now. Panga is going for Shine Gate, which is something you're not supposed to be able to do until you have the rocket nozzle. But the way you do this is by glitching into the roof of Delfino Plaza.
Okay, at this point
with
my
this
hands
clip,
were shaking.
and I'll let
They
him
were
do it before I start
so
explaining.
like. I was so nervous. My heart was racing. Everything. Like I didn't even get out of the box game. You see this? Like I'm just so nervous. I didn't even get the clip in the ground yet. So I can finally get it there, but I knew it was too low, so I went into the sewer.
Alright, yeah, you
Alright,
didn't feel too comfortable.
Bailed out. Okay, so what he's trying to do is
Vipers.
ground pounds and then keep the ground pound momentum into the downwards kind of clip to get underneath.
I thought I had it there, and I was like, oh man.
Flipped up. Yeah, you have to start hovering. You have to start hovering not too soon, not too
And at this
late,
point, I'm
'cause
just like,
if you're too late,
dude,
you're not gonna be able to
not like
get
this.
the ground pound cancel, I guess.
But
And
I
then
put
he
all
has
my
to
energy
hover
right
over to the
here.
shine. It's very difficult.
All my energy right here. I lied. I put all my energy in this
You can't
one.
just kind of hold the hover nozzle because that won't get you low enough.
As soon as I ground pounded,
Ground pound.
I knew I got it. Look at that angle.
Yeah!
Man.
Very, very helpful strat. Very, very helpful. They used
I
to not
definitely heard the
really
clap
be
in there.
viable until we just
So that
started
was
doing
a pretty
lot
good
more
one.
bingos and 20 shines and stuff, and then just
I
started
was
using
scared
it a
too.
lot
Yeah, if
more.
you miss the
So
shine there,
to
you're
explain it a little bit
effed.
more, the way that they coded the
Delfino
box
Plaza is
work
invisible
is
if you
it's
miss
just
that.
an invisible
So trying to
room
navigate
in the sky of
in
Delfino
an
Plaza,
invisible Delfino
and
with the
by
walls
going
everywhere.
underneath it and clipping,
And you can't exit area in
you
Delfino. You have to like
trick the game
reset
into
the
thinking
game
you're inside the box room,
or load an
but you're
area.
actually in the
But
sky. So he uses that to
it's a
create
big
an
high
invisible
risk.
Delfino that
It's
is
actually a
just
high risk,
barely
medium
high
reward.
enough to grab the shine. So another
And
round
the
of
way I
applause
did it,
for
it was
that.
kind of
That
low
is one of
reward
the
because it took
riskiest
so long to
strats
do it.
in
But
bingo.
I mean, it's for the show, right?
Meanwhile, Sniper's doing a really fun strat to do. This is
Summer was
light
clapping
running.
so extra there.
Oh,
Summer
he
here
just
was
did it
on the
once.
couch.
Oh, what a smart guy. So he was a little bit low on lives. Lives are not on this board. There is a goal to, get 20, 30, 40 lives. However, he was just a little bit low on lives. He wants to make sure he doesn't game over. He's just going for the hidden in Sirena. False alarm. But that spot right there is one of the best in the game.
Okay, so we had one gold
Grind,
bird.
shines.
And
If
I
it
had
was
another
on the
decision to
board,
make.
you would
Either to get
simply
the second gold
get,
bird, which is in Delfino, or do another shine to get the 2 shines from 5 levels goal. And I decided to get the 2 shines from 5 levels goal because I'd figured that I would beat him to both birds anyways, but I had no idea if he was close to 2 shines from 5 levels, which is why I did 2 shines from 5 levels.
Sniper has access to Noki yet, but that's
Should have been Tones and Summer on the mic. Summer on the mic?
Sniper
Oh
has
boy.
a lot of leverage still in a lot of places.
A sniper bias and a
Penga's
Panga
kinda got,
bias.
tied himself up with Sniper.
Sniper-
Maybe
or
pulled
not-
himself a little bit ahead with
If Summer was on the mic, all she would be doing is saying, Hypers!
Yeah, this is
Hypers!
looking really, really close. I have no idea who's in the lead right
I
now.
have no idea. And the great thing about Lockout Bingo is that
So Sniper
Yep.
finally checked off
Sniper
something,
King
so I
just
finally had
got
an idea of
his
where he was, because again, up to this
fourth
point, I
goal,
had
tying
no
it
idea where he
4-4.
was. He
Okay.
could have been
The
anywhere.
great thing about Lockout Bingo is
So when I
that
saw that he was there, I
at
was like,
some
okay,
point, no
that's pretty
matter
good for
how
me, because that
different
means
your
I have
routes
these
are, they
Noki
have
goals
to
all to
diverge,
myself.
or they have to converge
Or this one
somewhere.
Noki goal.
And so far, we haven't seen them usually going for the same thing yet. Sometimes we've seen them in the same spot, but they're not going for exactly
Yo, what's
what
up,
they think they
Zen?
are. But at
Hypers?
some point, they're going to be competing. It could be 200 coin shines. It could be for the red coin shines. They're both coming up close on that. Can we get an update on how many reds they have?
You also Twilight?
Sniper has
Dude,
2,
all
and
the
Panga
golf
has
is here.
1.
Big fan of golf.
So they both haven't been getting any progress there, so at any time they could be
How
both
does
getting,
it
getting those. There is
How does
no
it
one
feel?
route in bingo
Why is
that
your inner
will
crab unlucky?
lead you to victory. You have to fight over some.
Alright, so-
Meanwhile, Panga gets his 5th goal.
Again, there was a different strat to get the
5.
bird
Or
here.
5. I always forget about that goal.
Oh yeah, dude.
all the
But
X shines
I
from
decided
the
to
X
do it
levels,
the
I
safe
just
way and the
completely
boring
forget
way.
about.
I forgot about it too. We were always saying, oh, he has advantage because he's been getting shines from places.
Yeah, you
He was
can go
actually
underneath the
setting
water,
himself
but you need
up
to clip
get
out of bounds
shines
for that.
alive.
But it's risky because you
Now
can
he's
die.
gonna be going for the gold bird that's on the island, which I believe is also a gold. Yep. So He got the gold bird in Noki, and now he can just get this guy, hopefully. He decides not to do the underground strat. I do love the underground strat.
Yeah, that's the underground strat,
Yeah,
going underneath.
It's a little bit more consistent this way.
Sniper.
Sniper is dude, these sandblocks are awful.
And I'm not sure how many,
I really hate these sandblocks. Gelato one's like the worst secret movement lines.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yo, what's up, Jade
But
Melon?
this can help him get a red
Thanks
coin.
for the good luck.
Come back in for the hidden.
Oh, and he also has 5 shines in Gelato to get.
I think that was his 4th. So.
Yeah, that was his 4th.
So at this point, I was actually thinking, where do I go
Oh,
next?
there is 5 super shines. Yes.
And
Oh,
I was like,
five
all right, we're going back to
shines on board. Yes,
we're going back to
Thank you,
Bianco.
Bingo Fairy. Thank
Yes.
you.
He needs that for 2 things. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I think. Wait,
So
did
he's
I go
on
back to Bianco?
Panga's screen. The unfortunate thing about getting the gold bird without the turbo nozzle.
Yeah, I
is
think I went
that
back to Bianco.
You have to
'Cause
kinda
that was
dolphin
like-
swim all the way over there.
Oh no, wait. I went to Noki first because I needed the 4
The
shines from
9
Noki.
9 shines for Delfino is still on the board. That's kind
9
of crazy
shines
to
of
me.
I actually forgot about 9
Yeah,
shines
that
from
is
Delfino.
absolutely
Like,
crazy
I just
considering
completely
it's
forgot about
25
it.
shines, but Panga's very
I also
close.
completely forgot about 25 shines. Those
He
those are
didn't
2
go. He's
goals
not
that I
going
just
for the
forgot were on
9
the
shines,
board.
though.
That's the other thing about bingo. When you're doing a 1v1, it's so hard to keep track of 25 objectives. You always like forget some of them are on the board, and I forgot some of them are on the board.
Going to now get another goal, making it 5.
So yeah, I didn't actually see him click that off because I'm focused on the game. But when I saw it got clicked off, I was like, all right, there's no way he's beating me to these
Actually,
Noki
I
goals, so I
think-
have these for free.
I don't think Sniper didn't go into Pinna, so he doesn't have any of the birds from Pinna.
And at this point, I kind of had a feeling Sniper never went into Pinna because that's another thing he likes to do in bingos. He just likes to forget about Pinna,
He does have that goal to get if he decides to, but he has to get it at some point. But
which is another reason why I wanted to
we
go
see
back to
Sniper's going
Bianco.
for Shine Gate
Oh,
too.
yeah, we do. Can we
Oh yeah,
get
he
a
goes
2
for
for
Shine
2?
Gate clip
Can
here.
we get 2 for 2?
Also, Panga doing a very fun speedruns shine. That was a very fun one.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie, I did not know he was gonna ground pound here.
Instant clip. Looks
Like,
he's going to
I can't believe he got the height for
Is
that.
that gonna make it?
He got it.
Oh my
First try.
goodness gracious!
Woo! We didn't have the
That was
audio on
really
on
sketch.
screen, so we
I
don't
can't believe
know.
he got it with that
Thank God
angle.
he got it.
But I'm glad he got it first try. Like, it just shows you how hard that trick is. Like, me struggling on for 2 minutes, and then he just does the first try.
Panga looks like he's gonna get
Or
4
just
shines
suck.
from Noki
I just
very
suck, probably.
easily, and this Noki 3 is going to be a red coin shine, making that his second.
So at this point, I was
Sniper's gonna turn his blue
counting
points. It's
in
gonna
my
make him
head how
closer
many
to
red coin
25.
shines I had.
Is it gonna be enough? I can't. Oh no, he doesn't have enough. No.
I think he's
Panga-
gonna just finish it up with these Delfina shines, though. He might
Yeah.
get this.
And by this point, I was like, do I have
I
25
think
shines?
this is last.
So I had to check on this shine count when I got the shine to see if I had 25. But again, I just forgot it was on the board, and that's a free goal.
Pretty simple.
Because I knew I had more
Either
shines
way,
than Sniper
is
at this point.
Outstanding bingo so far.
So I had that
It
one for
looks
free
like
as
there
well.
hasn't been a lot of competition, but keep in mind these runners don't know what the other person's doing. They're not trying to avoid each other. They are just doing what they think that they can get free. Meanwhile, Sniper's going to be doing a nice little trick called DeLorean, where he's trying to get up here with the banana. And
So yeah, that's 25, and I clicked them
clip in,
both
does a
off.
nice GWK
The
up
double
there.
click. Boom. Boom.
All right.
Panga picks up 25 shines, widening his lead a little bit.
Also, I actually had never heard of DeLorean clip. That was like the first time I heard about it.
Maybe the banana
So when Sniper,
clipped in or
or when
something.
Tones, when I watched the
you know
VOD
what?
and Tones said
He-
he's doing
yeah,
DeLorean, I was
he
like, what the
didn't
hell is
need
that?
DeLorean anymore. I guess he could get shines from Delfino
So
Plaza, but
at
he
this
wants
point,
to-
I did decide to go back to Bianco because I knew that Sniper didn't have many options
So if
to
there's
do
any
things
Bianco goals
based
that
on
they're
what was
gonna
left on
be
the
fighting over,
board.
like 4 shines
So
Bianco,
I had a feeling
Sniper
that
is
he
going
might try to
be
snipe me
easily
for 4 from
disappearing.
Bianco.
In fact,
But I knew I had more
Panga needs 2 shines.
progress than him because I already had done 2 shines.
And they're both red coins.
And Bianco 2 is really slow, so
Again, Bianca has a lot of red coin
I
shines.
decided to go
could
back to
really
Bianco.
just
And then
finish
at this point, I was like, man, how many red coins do I have?
Red coin shine, so
It's just so hard to keep track of these things.
just bullets right through.
Hi, False. How are you doing?
Bianco stuff,
Who's
really.
keeping track of
Yeah,
requirements?
I'm
So we had 2
interested if
people.
Panga's gonna decide
There was
to go
Hear Me
for
for
the
Roar,
blue coin.
and she was keeping track of what I was doing, and then Kiwi was keeping track of what Sniper was doing.
Did not. I don't think he did.
And they sat next to Tones and
That
RDA, the
might just be what
commentators.
Cyber King is just going for, maybe the red coins as well. He
I
has
actually
more
forgot
than
to ask for
Cyber King,
paper and
you know,
pencil so that way I could write
Either way,
down what I
you
was
gotta
getting,
go for
but
Bianco because it's a
yeah, it's
rock
really hard to
nozzle
keep track of
unlock.
things.
It's red coins. It has what?
They actually thought that I
has
had
the
less
bluebird, so
than
either
I
way, even if,
had.
You know, Panga gets 4 shines
Like, they
Bianco
thought
right
that
now,
I had
it's
5 red
still
coin
good for
shines when I
first
clicked
sniper
6.
here.
And I actually thought I had more. I thought I had 7 when I clicked 6, but I actually had 6.
Keep in mind, 200 coin shines is also on the board. I think that's going to be the last.
So while we're at this point in this bingo, I was thinking about the goals that I had unlocked and the goals that I knew Sniper had unlocked. So like Sniper, for example, I knew he had 3 rocket nozzle unlocks because I just never went for it. I actually didn't know if he was gonna get 5 secrets.
Maybe other than
I actually thought I had that, but so when he checked it off, I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
The
that's really surprising considering it's only 10 blue.
the 6 reds was kind of questionable because I didn't know how many he had.
I think
The 7 bluebirds I knew he had because I didn't go for them. 9 shines from Delfino I thought I had because I did so many to get to Noki. So I kind of used that as a backup if I ever needed it. That would do the 9 shines from Delfino last. Because I figured if he wanted it, he would have gotten it at this point in the bingo, but he didn't. So it's just like, okay, we'll do it later. Rico 6 with Pink Blooper, I just let Sniper have that because I had no idea how to do it. So I just didn't even try. The 2 hits and Bianco I knew I had.
Yeah, I mean, because Panga was at such a deficit. It looked like.
Thanks, False. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
He's definitely come back and gotten these goals.
Do I know who was the first to say Orb in the mic? No, I have no idea. But it was a pretty big meme at GDQ.
Sniper still has Orb, Gelato, and Rico, which he's still holding on to.
So at this point, I was just still counting to myself, how many bread coins do I have? And I made sure to count below so it wasn't on screen, so I wouldn't be able to doing.
Exactly. Yeah, another strat that we haven't really talked about yet.
So yeah, there's the 4 shines from Bianco
that Panga just got another goal, making it 8-5, correct? 9 to 5. Oh,
and then he clicked off 5 secrets and was like, oh wow.
Right after taking that away from Panga. If Panga was close, he was.
But yeah, I didn't know where Sniper was when he clicked it off.
So, yeah,
I didn't think he was in Bianco, but I knew if he was in Bianco anyways, I had the lead.
Is to stand your ground in one level, just make your stake and stake your claim, and just leave it there. You know, Sniper went to Bianco or Rico 4. Panga.
So at this point, what do I even have? I have.
There's no reason now for Panga to go farther into Rico.
Bianco 3 reds. This is Bianco 4. So that's 2 reds. Pinna 3.
All of that time for 1 goal. So he's trying to force Panga
Pinna 2 reds. Noki 3. So I had 5 at this point. I thought I had 6 when I was in Bianco 6 reds, but
go for the goals that are obvious, I guess.
It's hard to count when you're playing and have to think.
You want to take goals from your competitor, or they're just gonna get their own goals and kind of just win.
Yeah, calculus. I'm really glad Bingo made it, and hopefully we made a good show out of it. That's the main goal, just to make sure, not make sure, but really make a show out of it. And show the potential that Bingos can have in terms of height and routing and everything.
He got Rico, he got Bianco.
Am I wrong?
They didn't think I was clutch. I mean, it's always hard to say in Bingos.
That's another strat. That's another strat.
That is another strat we were talking about.
Oh yeah, at this point Sniper just totally forgot he had 3. That's why he didn't click it off.
These runners are responsible for their own board. Keep that in mind, because
yeah, 2v2 would be nice. Originally it was going to be a 2v2, but Bouncy Boy didn't submit in time, so it was only a 1v1. But hopefully a 2v2 in SGDQ, that's the goal. What does the square that is cut off say? 2 hidden shines in Bianco Hills.
He still technically did it. He could have clicked it right when he got it, but it was smart on him, because there really wasn't a reason for Panga to be going for it.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize it's cut off. That actually kind of sucks. You don't know where it is.
Did have an opportunity to get it.
Would have been the 4th, yeah, Bouncy Boy. It would have been me and I think it would have been me and Bouncy Boy versus Tones and Sniper.
He did one other shine in Gelato.
Yeah.
He went to Noki.
A lot of people liked it. Dude, look at this guy, the Kianta.
Right now.
Yeah.
I was hoping people would laugh, but I had no idea if they were.
Maybe he said, I don't need it.
Not worth it, yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need to spend that time. Sniper is going to be going into Pachinko. That's going to be another red coin shine and Delfino shine.
How many Delfino shines does
So,
Sniper have at the Bingo Fairies?
I think at this point I was just like,
so to explain Pachinko,
I don't really need to know where Sniper is because I
the trick to
pretty much have Bianco to myself. Like,
for all of these little red coins,
I was like 100% confident in my ability to get the 2 hidden shines of Bianco objective, and that's what I was gonna get no matter what. So it didn't matter if Sniper clicked off anything else at that moment. It wouldn't have changed me going to Bianco.
So he uses that to kind of maintain there and make sure he doesn't slip off.
That was nice and clean. Let's hope he
That was
gets
a
the shine.
very clean Pachinko.
And I knew 100% I had
shrug.
Ride
You
Yoshi
got,
and
like,
Jala Beach
shrug
because,
4 or
well, not
5.
100%, like 99%
Okay,
because
cool.
I knew
5.
Sniper didn't have Yoshi, so that one I could have gotten
Yeah, he
any
dropped
time. And
right
I
in
decided to
there,
get it
now it's
later, just as like a backup square in case I needed it
If
for later,
anything,
so I
Sniper
could focus on
definitely
other
wins.
squares that I might be able to beat
If there's
Sniper
one
too.
thing these two bingoers are very good at, it's keeping track of your own things.
Oh no, that's so hard to keep
It's
track of
very
your own
hard to keep
things.
track of your stuff in Sunshine Bingo.
It's
There's
so difficult.
Much harder goals to keep track of. My least favorite is 15 blues from M.
Communicate and talk to the audience.
Yeah, I never.
Lockouts is tricky because of
Yeah,
how
I just
it's
guess, like,
really
like, hey, there's 9 in Rico, right? Let's just
important to not
lump 'em all
spoil
together.
where the other person is, and that can be
So it looks
spoiled
like
in many
Sniper
different
can go in for
ways
glory
through the
again.
commentary,
The,
through
flip.
audience's reaction, through
Prioritizing
seeing your
the
opponent's
goals is
reaction.
definitely a good idea, I think.
Like,
'Cause he has
unfortunately, those are all
like,
factors that have to be
Panga
taken
has
into account of to make
some leverage
Lockout more
in
exciting.
Bianco.
Yeah. So while
Yeah, I'm
Panga
really
has
surprised Sniper didn't do Pin Rush either. I was like,
Bianco
wow.
getting these very slow goals, he
Also,
can,
shouts to this shine. I did both the
goals
secret
to
shine and the hidden
but
shine
he's
flawlessly.
also doing it fast. He's not
Shouts to the
wasting
calf
a lot of
strat.
resources by staying here. Nice. He gets the
There you
flip.
go. Nice.
Very nice. You can very easily just pay the Chuckster 1 coin to do that, but that's like 2 seconds slower. And it's not okay for Sniper.
It's
Yeah,
also less
exactly.
cool.
Like,
It is way less cool.
that clip is saves a minimal amount of time, but it is cool.
Yeah.
It's all about the clips. Sniper's all about the clips.
So let's look at these remaining goals. So we have 1 in Gelato, we have 2 in Bianco, basically 2 in Bianco with the 7 bluebirds and the 2 hidden, 6 and 7 red coin shines, Rico 6 pink with the pink blooper, and 200 coin shines.
Yeah, so
Shout out to
Sniper,
Bouncy Boy for missing that
has
shine.
pink blooper pretty much on
Yeah,
lock.
flawless
I don't think
Noki
Panga
or Bianco
is going
6.
to prioritize that at all. Meanwhile, Panga, I think you can say he has 7 bluebirds on lock because Sniper doesn't have.
So again, I'm
Yeah.
still counting how many red coin shines I have because I want to make sure I have 6 when I click it off. Because the worst thing is to click off something when you don't have it. Because then you'll be like, oh, I didn't have it, unclick. So,
Yeah.
but again, at this point, I thought I had 7 for some
No
reason. I
not
thought
to.
I had
It
7
gives
red
you
coins.
A goal, and it gives you
But-
leverage towards the 2 more goals. So
And it's red coins,
yeah.
most importantly. Which I believe he's at.
But we get to have a nice little double click here again. I had 2 double clicks in this bingo.
Yes.
You gotta
This
Also,
speed
shouts to
spin,
that
so,
sign hitbox for being ginormous.
One more after this, which could be Pachinko, it can be Bianco 8, it can be Grass Pipe, or Gelato 6.
So this
or any
secret
other
or
red
this
coin that's
hidden
fast.
coin
He
shine is
has to
actually
get
really difficult, and I decided to go for the fast shot because they look cool. So when the sunshine die.
This is a pretty good time for donations.
Oh, yeah.
honestly.
So yeah, the red coin shine is really strict. If you miss the 4th or 5th one, you have to
We
die.
a $25 donation from the SETI Within, who
Oh.
says, "Hey guys, I'm starting work at 10 p.m. so I can't watch live.
Yo, what's
The
up, Rex? How you
remember
doing?
me as the 30-minute Serena one.
So if you miss
100
any of
coins.
these on the cube,
Yeah,
you
I remember
absolutely
that
have to
one.
die
Or
because the
Pride
cube
Apple
doesn't go
Pro
back
from
down
Bingo
fast enough
Tournament. Good luck
for
to
you to
both
get
of
it
you.
again. It has to go all the way to the top. So
We also have a
Got 'em both.
$100
Good
donation
good,
from
good sign.
Boris143.
Don't
who
read
says,
chat
"I'm
in the cube.
super excited to see a speedrun of my most memorable Mario
So right here, you
game
gotta make
on
sure you
GameCube,
beat
and
this
to see
blue
the
block in
community
case
work
it
towards
flips. So I
wonders
barely
towards
get
the
it
fantastic
before it starts
cause.
flipping. So I get the
Ready
first
to
cycle.
see Pangea Panga and Sniper King wipe this bingo clean. Can I get a woohoo?
Dude, that was really crisp movement. Seriously.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was good.
Technically, you're supposed to do a spin jump dive right there, but I didn't
No,
want to
we're
do
not
it
doing
because
that.
I didn't want to
Okay,
die.
alright, so anyway, we got Sniper King and Rico.
Hypers.
Rico
Hypers.
6. He's on Rico 5 right now. So
So there's the double
Panga
click.
gets 6
And at
red
this
coins
point, I
and
was like,
collects
oh
2
man.
in
Oh.
Bianco in the same click. That's a double click. Another big swing for
I
Pangea
think I
Panga.
win.
Now
Because
it
I
only
know
needs one more to get
100% I
7
have
red
Ride
coins.
Yoshi Jaw, so that's 12. And I just
Only
need
two
one
more goals
more.
to win.
So at this
Only
point,
two
I was
more
kind of
goals to
hoping
win.
Sniper would snipe me the 7 red coin shines because I was going for that
Yep, he's
immediately
at
after I get
11.
the 6.
Panga, or Sniper is at 8.
The Ride Yoshi.
and I think he knows exactly what goal he's going for too.
Which one's that? RDA.
It looks like he's going.
It would have been a lot closer if he sniped me to 7 red
That's
coin
exactly what
shines.
he's doing. Wow,
Because
you're friggin-
I don't have.
you should be the one
Oh,
bingoing.
I guess. I don't know.
yeah, because he can beat me to the 10 blues from Delfino,
and,
so
if
he would
he
have
gets Ride
that.
Yoshi
The
Gelato,
200 coin
then
shines is up for
I'm pretty
grabs.
sure that will be the
That's
win
kind of an
condition.
even
We're gonna
playing
be
ground.
wrapping this bingo up
The
in
7 bluebirds, I had the
less than
advantage.
5 minutes.
So I would
He's
probably have
tempted
done
to try
7
and find
bluebirds
out
next
which,
to win
fruit,
if I got sniped to 7 red
Yoshi
coin
wanted.
shines.
This is one of the slowest getting the Kobe
Also,
rush.
shouts to this Kobe though. Look at this throw. Mario's got an arm. Look at that throw.
And he's gonna get
Flawless.
the right Yoshi and just exit.
That's a click.
That's a click right there. He's looking
So
for
here
it.
I was
There it
thinking
is.
about what I was gonna do next, and I was like, wait, this is a red coin shine.
And here it is, game point. Unfortunately,
I actually forgot this
it
was a
looks
red
like
coin
Henny's in a
shine
red coin
when I
shine. How
entered
convenient
Yoshi,
is
or
that?
when I entered the
smart.
level. So I was like, oh, we're just gonna do
Absolutely
this.
flawless routing from Panga. It seemed like he knew exactly what to get to just.
I did not know exactly what to get. It just
I don't
happened to
think that
work
either
out
one of
because
these
this is a
vehicles
red
gonna
coin
be
shine. And I was like, I'm just gonna get Yoshi and see where there's another red coin shine.
Hopefully, Sniper can get this pink blooper
I
going.
literally did not plan that at all.
Yes, of course. Don't forget to. Oh, he missed a couple. That's pretty risky at the pink blooper because it doesn't have the best turning radius.
This is spooky.
Very spooky. He gets the last two.
The
but it's
brain
not
on
over
scene.
yet.
Yeah,
He
we
still
wanted
has
this
to
to
grab
be,
that shine, and
we
he
wanted
has
this
to
to be a
find
little
some
closer.
open
But
water.
honestly,
That's
9 to
right.
13 is still really good for a
Panga's
bingo.
having a big rough time with these red coin fish.
So I'm really
the
happy
red
that
coins
it
love to
still
go into
played
the
out like
wall
this because
because
you can
it
see a
doesn't
lot
have
of
a
the
very
scores
big
got
box.
checked off
Sniper
regardless.
does end up turning around. Hopefully he can grab this
I have
shot.
not done this shine in a long time, so I'm actually
Make
impressed.
this,
I still
you know,
knew where the
buffer his
red
score a
coins
little
were
bit,
to an
get a little
extent.
bit of stat bonus. There you go. There you go.
40 chess, man.
And Panga's going to be grabbing his last.
So at
red
this
coin,
point, we
which
both
will
knew.
put
Well,
an
I guess
end
I knew because
to
Sniper
the
didn't know I
first
was, but
ever Super Mario Sunshine Lockout Bingo 1v1. Can we give another round of applause for the runners?
And time.
GG's.
And time.
Oh, look at our little hand holding. What's up, that guy?
Yeah, make some noise, guys. This was really, really entertaining.
Oh, more
This was
hand-holding,
crazy,
dude.
Crazy, crazy good.
That was such a good bingo.
Hug, hug, hug. Yeah, I was like, dude, you want a hug? And he's like, yeah. See right there, it's like, you want a hug? He's like, oh yeah.
Congratulations to the runners, Sniper and Panga. Absolutely fantastic showing.
Hypers.
Be sure to keep in touch with Super Mario Sunshine Lockout Bingo in the future. Support your local.
Oh yeah, that's where it's like, I did Shiny Clip. And he's like, I did too. He's like,
yeah.
yeah.
By far the most strategic and I don't know, the fun aspect of speedrunning is to go head to head like this in a way that's just not simply you sitting in a chair and trying to beat a game as we see in most other races. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Signing off, I'm Tones Balones.
I'm Robert K. Assassin.
And we will cut it off to some donations, followed by, be sure to stay tuned for the after bingo interview because you do not want to miss
Oh, yeah, the
Sniper King
interview.
talking about a bingo. Let me tell you that.
He
can go on for years.
Dude, Sniper can go on during the bingos. We talked for so
you, guys.
long
Thank you.
in between the time it took us to do the interview. But 58 minutes is really fast for a bingo. Hey, there's Mooney Lemur. There's Lingo. Oh, and there's Red Spade.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That was
But yeah,
so
the
much
the bingo
We
went
have
by
a
so
$30
fast because usually
donation
bingos
from
1v1s they usually
Ian,
take around an hour
who
and
says,
15.
no matter who
So we
wins,
did that in
they
under
still
an
clean up a
hour.
lot of
We
pollution,
cut off
right?
half an hour off the estimate. So hopefully that's a good sign for future bingos. But
During the race, we also
Or
had
future
a
GDQ submissions.
$1,000 anonymous donation.
okay,
Woo!
interview. I'm too lazy to.
We actually had two, but I'll get to that. This is for
Let me find it. I'm too lazy to just open it. They asked the Twitter questions, or they were like, hey, tweet us your questions, and we didn't actually answer
Alright,
any of
everyone,
those
let's
questions.
throw it over to
We
an
didn't have
interview with
time,
Spike,
but
Panga,
Ellie
and
asked the question.
Sniper to talk about the
I was
run.
excited to ask, but
Congratulations
didn't
again,
end
guys.
up
It's
having it.
awesome.
I'm gonna be quiet because
Yeah,
this is an
that's right.
interview.
Give it up for me. That's what I want to hear.
I'm gonna be quiet, boy.
I heard like 2 boos in there. Someone, can we get security? You? Oh, okay. Can we get security?
Oh, yeah, Sniper's mic wasn't
what's
working.
up,
We
guys?
didn't know
Welcome
that.
back to AGDQ
Okay, now we're quiet,
2019.
boy.
We are getting set up for Final Fantasy IX, our snug run of the night. But before that, I want to talk about that amazing Super Mario Sunshine Lockout Bingo race. First time we're ever seeing Lockout Bingo here, joined by Pangia Panga and Sniper King. Guys, just give me the adrenaline rush because, you know, for everybody else, like by the end of the race, we know how our opponents did. We know everything. I know you guys were sitting here talking about, oh, you went over there. Oh, I did this. Oh, I'm stupid. You know, so tell me just like what, I don't know, what's going through your heads right now.
So basically, once we started getting into actual bingo, it's a matter of where you predicting where your opponent is. So once the squares kept getting clicked off, it's a matter of just like, all right, he's there. I got to go over here. Oh, wait, maybe he's going that way. So it's a lot of adjustments. But as the bingo went on, I think the nerves and the adrenaline started to calm down because when you first start off, the run's always like, oh man, my hands are shaking. But once you actually see the bingo squares popping off, then it slowly gets better.
Yeah, it's an underrated piece of a skill that you have to have, I feel like, whenever you're playing a randomizer, a bingo, is that you can't just focus on, I'm just moving Mario really, really well. You also have to route the entire time, and then to add an extra dynamic, you're playing defense. I've said that a million times about Lockout bingo, and I think that's amazing. I don't know, what's the mental game like right there? Like for you, like, you know, depending on different plays that happen. For you, Sniper King, what was going through your head?
Oh yeah, the mic, dude.
Two places I kind of feel like I'm okay with going, and I want to see where Panga is first before I really commit to one.
Sure.
And then so you know, a couple of his clicks surprised me, what it was and when it happened, some of that kind of thing. And then, you know, throughout the entire bingo, you have to be ready to be like, okay, this is my plan. There's a huge wrench in my plan. I have to make a completely new plan on the spot, like without losing any time, because then you just keep yourself farther behind.
I'm assuming you're always coming up with secondary goals as you're going through that. Okay, I'm not just going through Bianco, because if Panga's already in Bianco, one shine ahead of me, I'm just wasting time right now.
Oh, definitely. And that's one of the crazy things, is that like it's so easy to make mistakes when you're doing that because you are on autopilot as far as your gameplay goes. Like for 90% of the bingo, you're on autopilot, and your mind is just thinking about what he's doing, what you're doing, what he's going to do, what you're going to do, what you are going to do, what he does. Like it's all this like strategy of like, I got to have contingencies, you know, just in case I don't get what I want to go for.
Dude, he threw out a big word there,
contingencies. It's a huge mental game.
So let's actually go to one of our first clips right here. So I just want to get into, I almost view it like chess. You don't just think one move ahead, you're thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. So we see right here after the opening cutscene, obviously you guys are scanning the list. Both of you immediately, tell me what each of your mindsets are, what your first 4 moves are. Panga, we'll start with you.
So the beginning is always interesting because when you have the bingo board, you have a million different places you can go. So one of the things I like to do is think about my opponent where he's most likely to go, and if I can contest, if I think I have a better chance to get into that square first, or if I want to go completely different where I can go uncontested and get all these objectives to myself and then kind of build off of that route. So that's why I decided to go to Bianco, because I know Sniper hates Bianco.
Hate Bianco. Hate Bianco. If you go to Bianco first in a bingo, you lose every time.
Well,
every time. Every time.
Every time. 1-0 at GDQ. So Sniper, like right off the bat, we see you immediately. You're a fruit boy. Just going for, you went for like almost every clip that I know of in Super Mario Sunshine.
Well, definitely part of that was we're trying to, you know, showcase a lot of stuff that you only see in bingo. Like, the, you know, 120 has stuff, any percent has stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that like is really cool, but you only get to see in this kind of scenario. But this, they all kind of matched up into something that I really thought was a good route. And honestly, I think both of us thought that the other one was rushing Pinna when we saw the board.
100%.
And so I was kind of like, I decided to go half.
I'm still surprised.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to go to Rico, because Rico's still pretty fast the first couple shines. There's some really good goals in Rico. And then once I see what Panga clicks off, if he contests me and Rico, then I know just straight Delfino shines right to Pinna. Like, that's my backup. That's what I know, that he's not going for that. But then he surprised me a little bit with his early Bianco that I didn't even know happened until we were talking here. So.
Sniper, let's also go into our next clip right here. Again, just kind of continuing off of those clips as well. All those fruit clips you're doing all over the place. You immediately, it was kind of one of the big turning points in the race, I thought, was you committed really hard to Serena, to where you need Yoshi normally to get in there. Went for the clip 5 times right here. Just tell me, take me through your mindset right there. I know you talked about you really want to showcase the game in all of its clips.
Right, so, but they did kind of just, that's awesome. I was super happy.
Oh yeah, the crowd went wild.
I could hear it through the headphones. But yeah, so this actually is one of those things that it fit perfectly. It was awesome that I got to show it off, but it fit perfectly with what I wanted to do, because Panga beat me to pin a park. and I was like headed there, and as soon as I realized that Panga was probably going to beat me to Pinna Park, I 180'd, and so Serena, normally you need Yoshi to get in there, but this strat is kind of has been popularized relatively recently within the last 6 months or so, and it really counters that kind of like Pinna heavy strat, because normally you need Pinna to get into Serena, but with this, I went right to Serena while I knew he was doing Pinna before he could get to it with Yoshi, so to kind of take that goal away from him, because I knew that he was going to have that if I didn't go for it right then.
I love listening to all this mindset, because it's just something you don't normally hear about in speedrunning. Again, we bring up, like, you're actually thinking, what is my opponent doing constantly?
And that's literally a case for defense in this game is like, okay, he's going to have that. I need to take it away right now because I'm going to be a little slower at it because I don't have Yoshi for it. So if I don't do this right now, that's a goal he's going to have. Plus, it led me to the secrets, and it gave me red coin, easy red coin shine access. So there was a lot to it.
Panga, I also want to go to your clip right here. So you committed really hard to a couple of very difficult shines, including Pinna Park 3 that you had to go for hoverless. And this trick right here, you were the first one to come up on this. Had to set up for it a couple of times. How risky is this to go for? How confident are you in your ability to execute?
This is an extremely risky shine to get, because if you miss, first of all, Delfino Plaza is invisible. So you can't really navigate where you want to go, and not all the loading zones are accessible, so you actually have to go to specific spots if you want to continue the game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very risky. It takes a lot of practice to even get the clip out of bounds in the invisible Delfino. So when I decided to do it in the bingo, I was pretty much in the mindset where I have to commit 100%, 110%, and make sure that I know that I'm going to get this shine. And that's basically what I was thinking as soon as I got the hover nozzle and just dived right into the shine.
We're getting set up for Final Fantasy IX, guys. I want to give such a huge shout-outs to both of our runners here. Let's give it up for them.
Fun bingo. Hopefully everyone did enjoy.
And I want to hear one thing from the crowd. Who would like to see more lockout bingo for games in general at GDQ?
Yeah, hopefully we do see more bingos and GDQs. Like,
we had been talking about this for years.
that would be great. Just from other games too, but being able to see Lockout Bingo Sunshine. Sunshine bingos are so good. So here's to the future, man. Here's to seeing hopefully more of these. Not just GDQs, but other speedrunning events. It's literally like playing chess. It's so much like playing chess. Speed chess.
For the Final Fantasy VII World Map mousepad, we got right over here. Third shelf.
Oh, let me take a look at the comments. How many comments are here? Objection. Hey, there's me. Any replies? Well done, man. Hey, thanks very much. I wonder if this is more lockout rules. See, I thought about lockout rolls, columns, and diagonals, but it just killed the bingo in terms of like amount of time. It'll be done so quick. This was awesome. Hey, nice. I'm glad this is positive. Positive comments on YouTube. Yeah, it's time about forgetting to click something on. Too many flat races like Odyssey are so bland. One person clicks clear 9% of the time it's over. I had to collect 2 hidden shines and couldn't even see what was there. Well, that was exciting. Amazing. Since when are YouTube comments positive? Good. Commentary was absolutely fantastic. Average trade wasn't even there. Always love to see me. So heartbreaking to see me missing all those jump spots. Fortnite dancer talking smack only to be shown up typing his own. Wow, great runs. I feel like I need to play this game myself a few times to know what that F was going on. Not their fault, obviously, but there is so much going on in so many silly words. There's a lot going on, though. It's really hard to pay attention, especially when there's 2 different people doing 2 different things. And with all the clips. The clips just make it a lot easier, or a lot harder to see what's going on. But also makes the WTF factor go higher. Great run! Sunshine's always my favorite experience. Let's go, my boy. Yo, shouts to Billy Tritt. I forgot Cyber King used to run. Cyber King, the PUBG streamer, and singer, and wow. What? There was not a single dislike comment. What is this?
We've got $25 from Rue38. Woke up super early to watch one of my favorite runs.
Amazing.
Here's to helping towards that beautiful blindfolded menu.
Again, if you wanna drop a like here, drop a sub.
We've got $25 from Zeno Rockbell. Final Fantasy IX. You sure it's not Final Fantasy 9.5?
Okay.
Put my money to good use getting rid of the true final boss.
Well, that was the kind of the commentary section. So again, the bingo was very stressful and a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
I am the street, and thank you for your support.
Fantasy 9 runners.
Sub
Press
dropped.
those nobles.
Bargle.
Don't get trapped
Thanks
in
so much
any
for
rogue
the
maze.
38 months. And welcome back. Hold on, let me get this out.